Hello everyone, my name is Patcha and welcome to this all-in-one overview over update 1.16 as well as the Eurasia Animal Pack. Yes, you heard that right, this is an all-in-one video, so you don't need to watch two videos like usual, like I usually do, about the update and then one about the DLC. No, this time I decided, because the update is a bit on the smaller side, I decided to do an all-in-one video. And if you want to skip to a certain animal or to a certain thing from the update, there are timestamps down in the video description as well as in the little time bar at the bottom of your video, so you can skip to any part of the video that interests you the most without waiting for the whole video and without missing anything basically. Before we start, and we will start with update 1.16 and then move over to the Eurasia Animal Pack, but before we start I want to say a huge thank you to Frontier for providing me with early access to the update 1.16 as well as the Eurasia Animal Pack, so that I can make videos for you guys. A short info also, both the update 1.16 and as well as the Eurasia Animal Pack will release tomorrow on the 13th of December. Of course, the update will be for free. You just need to update your game, and then you have everything that I show you today. And yeah, the DLC as always costs around €9.99 and I think also £7.99 pound and $9.99. Depending on where you are, the price can change, but this will be available for purchase tomorrow. And yeah, in this video you can basically find out if this DLC is worth it for you and if you want to buy it. But without any further talking, let's jump into the update 1.16 and look what it has in store for us this time. Let's start with all the new pieces and plans that you get for free, basically, for not paying anything with update 1.16. This time, sadly, the plant selection is a little bit on the smaller side. We basically get the same plant in two different variants and in three different sizes. This being the Hosta plant. I have never heard of it before, but yeah, it's a really cool plant, and we get also another different variant which is called the Hosta variegated, which I think means these white stripes on the plant. It is from Asia, and the biomes are taiga, temperate and grasslands. So for all of you franchise players out there, I think this is an important information. But yeah, really cool. It's a really nice ground plant basically, with these very cool broad leaves. And also, of course, we get it in large, we get it in medium, and we get it in small. Sadly, as I said, not a lot of plants this time around, but there is a reason for it, and there's a reason why we got so few plants this time, and we will get to that reason in a moment. Before we do that, we also get a new door. I think since the first DLCs we didn't got a new door basically, and we get these awesome glass doors that we saw in some of the screenshots already of the new gift shops. Really like that, and we finally have an official glass door where we also of course can change the color of the metal. So gone are the days of doing our own glass doors that you sometimes use quite a lot of pieces. Really cool to have that, and I'm really happy that we can use it now. And yeah, we already saw a glimpse of it. Now, the big thing of update 1.16 are the gift shops, and when they told us about the gift shops, I think I spoiled it already. They basically told us you can set up these shelves, and you can select what what you want to sell, and then this appears. And many of us thought, okay, we don't get the gift shop items as individual pieces. We just get them as a visual thing that you can set up in this gift shop, and that just appears, but we can't really do anything about it. But yeah, Frontier went all in, as you can see here, and gave us every single piece from these new gift shops as a standalone construction piece, which I think is awesome. And I think this already makes up for the few plans that we get. We get a huge range of different things from the gift shops to make our own gift shops even. We get, of course, some different hats that we also know from Hats Fantastic. We get some lovely animal masks over here. I really love the red panda one. We get these awesome mugs over here that you can also use in backstage areas, also keeper areas, some offices or stuff like that. Really cool. as well as these posters, which aren't even part of the official gift shop. They just gave us some posters that we can also use to decorate our gift shop. We get these a few different plushies over here in a medium and a big size and a small size. An elephant, a frog, a tiger, a panda, and a zebra, which are really cool. We get this poster tube basically where these posters come in, as well as some jigsaw puzzles over here, with a capybara, with a panda, and with the key art of Planet Zoo. And then we get some statues. Now these are some of the base game statues, but basically scaled down to a gift shop souvenir level. So if you want to sell some statues in your souvenir shops, really cool, you can use these. And then we get a whole array of different shirts, basically shirts in your over here in a folded variant, and then also in a hanging variant. So if you want to have some hanging shirts, you can also do that, as well as some, what are they called? They're called tote bags of a Chwalski horse, of the lemur, and some of Planet Zoo stuff, and some umbrellas, some new umbrellas, some folded umbrellas that you can also sell in the gift shop. And if a keen eye has already seen, or a smart eye, of course, all the motifs that are on these gift shop items are from the official Planet Zoo merch store. So if you see something in game and you really like the design of it in game, you can even buy it in the real world basically and wear it there. I personally also have a hoodie, not with any of the motif. I think this motif, is the closest to the hoodie I have basically. So really cool. I'm really excited that they gave us all these items to make our own gift shops. If you don't want to use the new gift shop things that we get now, if you want to do some own designs, basically you can have all these items to decorate our gift shops or to decorate our storage areas, our offices, our keeper areas. Really cool, really excited, and big thank you to Frontier for giving us all these items. They are not recolorable, especially for the umbrellas. I would have loved to them be recolorable for the rest. Of course, I can understand that they aren't, but really cool. These are all the new items that we get with update 1.16. Speaking about the gift shop, we just saw some of the items that you can use to make your own gift shops, but what about the new gift shops basically that Frontier is, which is a big feature of update 1.16, which is Frontier really hyping about. Now, if we now go in the facilities tab and go into the guest facilities and go over to the merchandise, we have, as you can see, a whole array of new things that we can play around. But how does everything work? Basically, what you have to do is using the modular souvenir shop over here. This is basically the centerpiece of your new gift shop that you want to set up, and everything works via this new modulars, via this centerpiece. You have this here, which is three foundations to 2 foundations, and this is basically which connects everything together. Now this is, it already starts with a counter, with can we stop the radio maybe? Thank you. And 2 shelves, and this is already quite a big gift shop. If you want to just use that, this is totally fine. But if you want to extend it, if you want to do a really big gift shop, a really cool and massive thing for your guests, you have these modular souvenir shop expansion tiles, and you need to use them. They are not optional. You need to use them to connect other stuff to your gift shop. For example, if I take another shelf display over here and place this over here, it says not connected to a souvenir shop. And you can't place these tiles somewhere else. They are not placeable, but if I go into this again, and if I place another tile, then snap to this and snap to that. And if I now click on the shelf, it says no item selected, so it is connected. So if you want to do more shelves, or if you want to have more space, you need to have these shop expansion tiles. And of course, if you don't like the look of it, if you want to rather have something different, you can of course use any flat surface that you want, and you can set up. You can get it pretty low to the ground, so that the feet also don't sink in, as you can see here. You can get it really close to the ground basically, so you can change the look of your gift shop. But how does the next step what do I do to set up? So you have a whole array of different, basically shelves, of different poster displays, of small shelves, of corner shelves that you can also color. You also have some balloons, you have additional counters if you want to have more than one counter, and as I said, you can always color all the different things in these gift shops to make it your gift shop basically. But yeah, let's take a shelf. Let's take, for example, this hanging shelf over here, and then as you see, items for sale, none. But if you click on it, you get a few options. This always depends on what can be sold on that gift shop. For example, here I can sell t-shirts and tote bags, and if I click on the tote bag or the t-shirts, they appear. Same goes for these top shelves. They can have some hats, I can have some masks, I can have some plushies, I can have specific hats, for example spider hats, I can have some puzzles, for example. Really cool. And if we can also go into this one, we can here set some posters, or we can set to sell some umbrellas. And the same goes for the balloons. We can have giraffe balloons, red panda balloons, monkey balloons, or tiger balloons. Same goes here, is the same thing. Also animal statues you can sell here. You can sell some basketball caps. Really cool. So you can select what you want to sell in these shelves individually, or you can of course always go in, take for example this little statue over here, and you can always make your own gift shop and sell your own stuff, or you build some things from the construction menu and sell that. For example, I want to sell some eggs here, for example. It doesn't really matter what you sell. The guests will not take any of the gifts with them to the counter. They will just stand in front of the shelf, look a little bit around, and then go to the counter and pay and go out with their new purchased items. But yeah, everything that is on here, you can go to the modular gift shop, and then you see all the prices over here, where you can set the prices. You can of course also synchronize the prices over here. So really cool. Would have wished if this would be a bit more modular. I don't really like that the entrance is on the side and not in front of here. Maybe I want a gift shop where you come in and the counter is on the other side of the gift shop, and not you come in and the counter is on the side of this. Would have cool if that would have been an option, or if you just need basically a tile like this, and you need to place a counter on it, and then it counts already as a gift shop. But we need this centerpiece over here. This is basically the gift shop, and everything around it is modular. But yeah, this is the required piece to use these gift shops. Still, it's really cool that we have them. Really cool what amount of options we have for these gift shops, and I cannot wait to play around with them and use especially some of the pieces itself to make my own gift shops even better than they are already. I hope they are good, but yeah, to make them even better in the future. Another small addition to update 1.16, and so to the base game, is what Frontier calls the module, or the multi-select color tool, basically. I don't know how we really call it, but something like that. So it basically means, for example, we have this piece here, this mud wall that I made, and I want to recolor all the recolor pieces, but for that I would have to select every individual recolor piece like that, and I hope I have to get everything, which can be a little bit tedious, which can take a lot of time to select every single piece. Now there is a tool to make that quicker. You go by the multi-selection, you select the entire piece, and then you press Alt on your keyboard, and then you click on one of the recolor pieces in your piece that have the same colors as others. For example, I click on the stalagmite over here, and it just selects the pieces that have the same color and are recolorable. For example, now I have all the pieces selected that are recolorable in this thing over here, and I can recolor them all at once, which is really cool, especially if you have bigger builds that have multiple pieces that have different colors. For example, you can just press multi-selection, select the whole thing, the whole building group, press Alt, click on one of the pieces that you know has the same color as multiple others, and then you can recolor all of them at once without selecting every individual piece first to do that. Really cool, really a cool small addition to the game. I have to remember to use that also then when I'm building around, because I know me and I probably will forget how it works, and that it is there pretty quickly, but it is there, and it is really cool that they added that. And yeah, you can also click on the, if you want to select something else, you click on the rocks, for example. It's really cool and helpful with building quicker and with building building groups that have multiple, if not thousands of pieces, basically. The last new thing in update 1.16 are two new color variants for your Siberian tiger and your Bengal tiger, and these are the pseudo-minimalistic color variant as well as the electristic color variant, or as they called in-game, the golden tiger variant. So if you're looking in the Animal Trading Center and you're looking for electristic, they're called golden tigers there. I don't know why Frontier said electristic in the announcement. This is a bit confusing, but yeah, this is what they called in game. And I have to say, both of them look really, really great. I mean, the pseudo-minimalistic looks basically like a normal tiger with some thicker stripes and more black towards the back of its body, and the golden tiger is really a pale yellow-brown color with the stripes almost disappearing basically on its body. Really, really cool. Always love when Frontier adds new color variants to existing animals, because it gives us some variety in our enclosures, some almost new animals to build for. And another thing I have to tell you guys is the rarity of these guys. So the pseudo-minimalistic tiger, you get them pretty easily. They are all as common as a black jaguar or black leopard, so I found a couple of them, around 15 or so, while searching for both variants, so they are really easy to come by. And the electristic tiger is on the rarer side, almost as rare as an albino tiger, so you could be sitting there for quite a while before you get this guy, and I'm even lucky, and I'm happy that I got one for the showcase. So in franchise it's a bit more easier, because there people breed these color variants, so you can be more lucky there. But in sandbox it will take some time to get them. But yeah, two new color variants for the tiger, really cool that we get them. And now let's jump over to the Eurasia Animal Pack and see what awesome things and awesome animals we get in that new DLC. The first animal of the Eurasia Animal Pack is the wild boar. And before we start looking at it and talking about it, I have to say, excuse me if my enclosures, my exhibit designs are not as top notch as they usually are in these showcases. I had a previous file where I had the showcase prepared, but when I wanted to start recording today, my file was corrupted. I couldn't open it no matter what I did, and I had to do everything from scratch in the last minute again. So my enclosures are a little bit on the poor designs side on this time. But let's talk about the boar. I know some people weren't too keen about getting this animal because you just got the peccary and the anniversary update, and yeah, they poop as always when they are on camera, but I'm really happy that we got the Eurasian boar. I really like its design. It's very much a staple of European zoos and European wildlife parks. You can't go to a zoo or a small wildlife park here in Germany or in Europe without seeing a Eurasian boar, because they are so common, and they are what we in Germany call our backyard animals, compared to the raccoon and stuff and things from the Twilight Pack. And yeah, I really love the design. They look really, the fur is really good, the animations are really cool, the piglets are just adorable. I mean, look at them. Yeah, how can you not love this? And yeah, I can't wait to build for these animals in Raven Creek. They will come to Raven Creek as one of 4 animals from this pack, and this one will really be a highlight of this pack for me. Up next we have the mute Swan, the mute Swan, I think this is how pronounced in English, and I know this is what sells the pack for most of the people that are playing Planet Zoo, because it's our first proper waterfowl in the game, and you can see them doing their amazing animation over here in the Beaver Dam pool, which is really cool that they can use it actually. Really cool that we get them. They are such an iconic species from Europe, from your public lakes, public rivers and stuff like that, and also in zoos you often have them in the game, and you often have them swimming around, enjoying life basically, and being a nuisance to the people around it, because they can be quite aggressive, especially if they have babies. But yeah, Frontier did an amazing job, and I know some modders will be happy as they can ever be, because they have now a proper waterfowl where they can put some duck rigs on, where they could put other swan and geese species on. And I'm really happy for them that they now can work with this. I'm just happy to get a new waterfowl, and especially to get a swan. Maybe a pelican is next, I don't know. I would be really happy about that. We finally can populate our lakes and rivers that aren't necessarily enclosures. We can now populate them with this animal, and I'm just happy about it. Sadly, they don't carry the babies on their back, and you will see this is a trend that will carry out through this DLC, and I don't know why they didn't do that, because they could. I think they could do that, but sadly they didn't. They decided to not do it. But yeah, the Mute Swan, really happy to have it, and I think all the animations are really great. They are top notch. They did a great job with the feathers and with the wings and everything. That always was a little bit of a problem for Frontier, but they really managed to to deliver on this one. And the ducklings, or what, I don't know what you call them, they are a bit shabby on the shabby side, but I still they think they are still very, very, very cute. America has the American bison, Europe has the Wisent, or Wisent, however you want to pronounce it, the European bison. And these guys, I mean, look at them. The American bison is a base game animal and is really much, you see its age. It was one of the first animals, and you can really see that the animations or the texture and everything isn't as good as the recent animals. But we now get the European bison, which has an amazing appearance, looks really, really great, and has an amazing conservation story. If you didn't knew about this, look it up. They were basically extinct in Europe and now are slowly coming back. And they are also, as the white boar, a staple of European zoos, because they have such a huge story in conservation and our history basically. Our last, and I think our biggest terrestrial animals that we have in Europe, except maybe the moose, but especially in Central Europe, they are our biggest terrestrial animal that we have. And yeah, I just love them. I don't know what to say otherwise. I just love them. The babies are also super cute. They are such cute. I don't know what is the baby form of a cow. I don't know. Tell me in the comments what it is. But yeah, really, really cool that we get them, and can already see some amazing enclosures built with them. Some nice foresty enclosure, because they actually live more in forests than they live on the open plains like the American bison. They are more adapted to the forests of Europe, because we are more a foresty country, foresty area than America. And yeah, really cool that we now finally have an updated bison model in the game, which can almost certainly also work as an American bison. Of course, they have some different characteristics, but still it can go through as a general bison model. And I think modders will also have a lot of fun with this animal, and using it to update maybe the American bison for all of you guys who use mods. And next we have the Sloth Bear. And now for some people a weird choice in this pack that more focuses on cold climate animals, on temperate animals. And now we get this tropical animal that lives in the tropical forest of India, which some even say isn't really part of Eurasia, as it is a subcontinent. But still, I have to say they really did a great job. All of the bears we have so far in game are more on the old, outdated side, because most of them are from the base game. And the last bear we got was the sun bear in the Southeast Asia animal DLC, and this really doesn't have long fur or anything like that. So it's nice that we now finally get a new bear with long fur, with really shaggy fur. I think they really nailed the shagginess of this bear and the more wild appearance of this bear, and they are actually pretty dangerous. I think they're the most dangerous bear out there, apart from maybe a polar bear, because they can be pretty aggressive. They are on the smaller side. I didn't use that they are not as big as I thought they are. But yeah, I don't know. You have to tell me what you think about this bear and if you like it. I really think this would be my top bear to go for when I'm building a general zoo. I will always go back to this one because I just really like how it looks. It has a lot of new animations, has a lot of cool animations. Can also use the beaver pool as well as other water pool area to do some cool bathing animations. Sadly, they can't use the hammock as a sun bear does. I would have loved if they would be able to use that and yeah, just lay around there, but sadly they can't use it. Maybe it can come in a future update, but nonetheless, I still think Frontier did a great job with animating these guys and giving them the look they deserve. And if you are interested in some inspiration for a Sloth Bear habitat, tomorrow I will have another video up to celebrate the launch of this DLC, and there we will have a speed build of an exhibit, and this exhibit will be for the Sloth Bear. So if you are interested in seeing some inspiration for that and what you can do for these guys, don't forget to turn on tomorrow and to look at my channel tomorrow to don't miss this video. We are halfway through the animals, and now we have one of the smallest animals in this pack, our exhibit animal, which is the Hermanns Tortoise. Mostly found in Greece and its neighboring countries, this is our first terrestrial exhibit tortoise, basically. We got the diamondback terrapin back, I think, in the wetlands DLC, and that was more of a aquatic tortoise, and now we get our first terrestrial one, and yeah, they're just cute. They're like little burgers or like little pancakes, and they are really adorable to look at. This is their enclosure. This is how it looks with all the options and all the enrichment turned on, with these little rock piles, these hollow logs, and of course these basking lamps. And we even get new rock formations when you turn some sides invisible, or not visible, basically. Some more mossy stones over here. It is more of a desert enclosure, but more with some greenery in there, with some moss in there. And they actually sometimes move. They move around if they want to. They can walk a short distance. But as if every reptile and with every exhibit animal in this game, usually they don't move. Usually they just stay in one place. You can have up to 16 in one enclosure, which is quite a lot, I think. And some even they are hide between these little rocks here and just look with their grumpy faces at you and say, yeah, just stay away, leave me alone. But yeah, really cool that we get a terrestrial tortoise this time. And let's move on to the next animal. Up next, we have the animal everyone was waiting for so long, and this is the Takin. To be more precise, it's the Sichuan Takin subspecies, and we sadly don't get the other subspecies of Takin as color variations. We are sticking with the Sichuan Takin, but still, it looks amazing. I have wished for some more options, which I will talk in a moment, but still, the animal itself looks really cool. There are these weird sheep-like animals that live in the Himalayan mountains, and they're just adapted to steep cliffs, to climbing and stuff like that. And speaking of climbing, I would have wished for them to be able to use the goat mountain enrichment, so the mountain enrichment that the ibex and the doll sheep can use to climb around on, but sadly they can't. I don't know why they can't. I don't know if this will be updated or if it's just bugged or something like that, but they sadly can't use that. They are basically, they only can climb on the normal rocks that you can place yourself. But still, it is nice to have the Takin. It is nice to finally get it, because it was in our wish list for so long, and I can't wait what all of you guys will build for these amazing animals, because there are some amazing enclosures out there for them. And if you want to have some inspirations, just Goron, an amazing friend and YouTuber, just released a couple of videos about some inspiration from real life exhibits, and one of their first ones was about the Takin. So if you want to get some inspiration and want to see some real life enclosures, definitely check out his channel. Just go around on YouTube to see some, to get some inspiration, to get some ideas how you can have it, how you can build exhibits for this amazing animal. Up next is, I think, the weirdest animal in this pack, which is the Saiga antelope. And I don't know what it is with Frontier and Asia, with weird animals that have long noses, because you also got the proboscis monkey in the Southeast Asia Animal Pack. I think it was the right one, but I don't know, look at these guys. It is such a weird animal. They are incredibly rare in real life zoos. I think only a handful of zoos even have them in their collection, because they are such fragile animals and die easily, sadly. But it's such a weird animal. It's such an prehistoric animal almost, with their long noses and their really incredible colored horns. Only the males have the horns, the females don't. But I know what I can say about these animals. They are just really, really weird, and I'm happy about Frontier including these more weird, more niche animals that you don't really see usually in a zoo or in a wildlife park, stuff like that. They're of course another hoofstock, so nothing really special there with animations or enrichment, but it is really cool to have them. Weirdly enough, guests can enter their habitat, which is, I think, not a good idea, because, as I said, they are very fragile, they are very skittish and get stressed easily, but it's still cool to have such a weird animal in our game now. And lastly, we have the animal that I was waiting for so many years, and I'm so happy that it is now finally here. Walking through the tall grass, so let's delete that a little bit so we can see it more better. The Wolverine, the most fierce mustelid out there, the biggest mustelid out there, and it is just incredible what Frontier did with them. They look amazing. They're of course found in North America, they're found in Asia, in Europe, all throughout there in the cold climate and in the taiga and temperate forest. They can climb in game as well, which is really, really cool. And I'm just happy. I have to say, I don't know what to say, but I'm just happy. They mostly eat carcasses, but also hunt, of course, and they are known for their hunger. They just gulp down food when they can't find it, as much as they can. And I can't wait to build for them, because they look so amazing. The colorations are really cool. The animations are amazing. I mean, the running, I don't know if it's really up to the real life version of how they run. I know some people were worried about that. You have to judge yourself if it's the right animation, if it's the right movement. But even then, if it's not, I mean, look at the animal. How can you not love this one? The fur just looks really, really cool. I think this is one of the best furs Frontier ever did in a game. But these are all the animals from the Eurasia Animal DLC, all 8 animals, and now we will go over some of the new pieces that we get with DLC, because if we get some new pieces with this DLC, and then stuff like the new outfit and the new campaign mission. As always, with a new DLC, we get some new animal signs, and I have to say, luckily, Frontier now found their style of animal signs that they stick with for almost over 2 years now. And this time we of course get signs for all the new animals from the DLC, so the tortoise, the swan, the Saiga, the Sloth Bear, the Takin, the Boar, the Wisent, and the Wolverine. And they look really cool. They are a little bit on the bigger side as always, which I think is sadly that they can't give us some smaller variants. And as we get a new statue also, this one is of the Takin, and if you play the new campaign mission, you get also a bronze, silver, and gold variant. But I think I like the stone variant the most, because it looks a little bit more oldish and a bit more grown with some of these grayer parts in here. But still, these are the new pieces that you get with DLC. Nothing more, sadly. No secret little poles like with the Grasslands pack, just the signs and the statue, but still it's nice if you want to have some signage in your zoo, and if you want to let your guests know what animal they can expect next on their tour. The last two things I want to talk about in the Eurasia Animal DLC is firstly the outfit, and this time we get a Saiga outfit with a very cool little head. I don't know why they went for the Saiga. They always seem to go for the more the weird animal in the pack, and this time we get this brown shirt, brown trousers, and this Saiga head. So if you want to look like a weird nose antelope on your globe for your friends when you visit their zoos, you can choose the Saiga now as your custom outfit. And the last thing, yes, I'm sure we can talk about is the new career level. This being the Jones City Zoo. I'm not going in now, but yeah, as always, you have a new career level. This time set in more of a British, European town where you have to build a zoo for Nancy, who is going into retirement, and Bernie wants to build a zoo for them. And I think there will be a nice little story again, how everything has to go, and some nice challenges for you to tackle. As I said, if you finish this campaign, you get the Takin statue in gold, silver, and bronze. But yeah, this is everything in the new Eurasia Animal DLC as well as update 1.16, and I have to say it's pretty solid. The update is more on the smaller side this time, but we get the new gift shops with all the new pieces, and we get all these pieces, also the individual pieces, which is amazing. I would have wished for some more plans, but I can see that the team at Frontier was busy with creating all these new assets for the gift shop, so I'm not too mad about that. And then when we get to the Eurasia Animal DLC, I have to say it's for a European player or for a European person, this is really a really great DLC. All of the animals are amazingly designed. They really look really great and have great animations. I know some of the choices are a little bit weird, like the Saiga or the Sloth Bear in the theming of this DLC, but still, if you want to have some more Asian representation, if you want to have more European representation, I can't even talk anymore, or if you want to just generally have more cold climate animals, this pack is definitely for you. I'm really happy that we got this pack. I'm really happy, and I can't wait to play with this pack when I get the chance and when I can finally play around with it a little bit more. So if this is what you want to go for some more cold European, Asian representation, this is definitely the pack for you. But yeah, let me know what you think of this DLC and the update in the comments down below, what your favorite animal is from this DLC and the update. Not for the update doesn't have any animals, but from the DLC, what your favorite animal is there, what you want to do with the gift shop. If you have already some ideas, for example, let me know in the comments down below. If you are there, maybe consider subscribing to the channel or giving this video a like. It would really help me out and show me that you want to support me, and to let me know what you guys are interested in. And then, as I said, I will see you maybe tomorrow in the Sloth Bear showcase video, speed build video, where we build an amazing enclosure for the Sloth Bear, which, spoiler, will be available for download for you guys as soon as the video goes live tomorrow. So if you want to already have an enclosure ready for your Sloth Bears, you can place it down in your zoos. But more about this tomorrow. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little showcase about everything, update 1.16 and Eurasia DLC, and then I hope you stay safe and I see you the next time. Until then, bye bye everyone.